Nintendo fans and collectors, this is Lithium017 with collecting tip number 4. This one is called Do Your Research. I know I've told you already where to look for games and where to collect games in my previous collecting tip, but you need to do your research first, or at least have a smartphone on you, if you have one, with the access to internet, so you can actually check up games. I don't even have a smartphone, so it sounds like I'm in the prehistoric days. It's not something that I ever really wanted to get to, and I'm on the verge of getting one soon. But I don't have internet on my phone, so I never really check for games prices, so I have made some mistakes. So here's just some tips about doing research, and I will have some links throughout the video about where you can go to do some research. So the first thing I would suggest is definitely, before buying any game, try and look it up online to see how much it's worth. Now, there are several ways to do this. There's a rarity price charges guide, which I will post the link up there. And this one pretty much has almost every game in existence and how much it averages a sale for, how much it goes for. The next thing you can do is I would definitely suggest at least getting an account on eBay, even if you're not going to buy very much. If you have an account on eBay, then you can look at the completed listings on the left-hand side, and then anything that is green was actually sold, and you can actually see what it's sold for. So this is just going to be some of my tips and some of the mistakes that I've made. So let's start off in the beginning. Super Nintendo. So I was at one time at the local game shop, and I picked up Gun and Smoke because I thought it was a rare game, and I had it in my mind that it was. I texted a friend seeing if they could look up the price for me, but I didn't have time, and I bought it. And it was only $5, but it's a really easy game to come by and really not rare, and it was a waste. I wouldn't really have collected it. It is in good condition in box and everything, but I wouldn't have picked it up. Made a mistake. Should have done my research. So this next example is Kirby's Adventure. This one is sealed, and it's the French version. So I looked this up, and normally items in Europe I find sell for more. So that's why I did my research. I bought this for $20 sealed at Microplay it was at the time. Converted probably to a Game Haven, I think it was. So it was $20, and I looked and I saw it, and I went home, I did some research, and I came back and I thought that $20 was a reasonable deal, so I came back and bought it. And we might as well move on to the Super Nintendo. Let's go in order of consoles, maybe. So, this big box here, Lethal Enforcers. This is a normal size Super Nintendo box. This is a big box. There are several big box versions in the world. In North America, I believe there's only 3. There's Lethal Enforcers, then there's Mario Paint, which you see there, and there's also Super Bomberman, which is huge, and it comes with the Super Multi-Tap. Now, in Europe, there's a lot more. So, in North America, that's all there was. If you didn't do your research and look it up online beforehand, you would have no clue that it's a big box version. And you should look at the price of these things. So I bought this one, I think, for $15 or something, and it might be worth like $30. And it comes with a plastic gun in it, and everything like that. And these are the series of Final Fight. Final Fight 1, Final Fight 2, and Final Fight 3. Now, I had no idea what Final Fight Guy was, and Guy is a character in Final Fight, and Blockbuster had an exclusive on the Super Nintendo that was called Final Fight Guy. Very, very rare to find with the box. Instruction manuals, more rare, I would say. So I did my research, and I saw this online for a reasonably good price, and I won the auction, and it's a very, very rare piece of Super Nintendo history that I would never know about unless I looked it up ahead of time. Okay, next, N64. If you go to buy The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time and you want a complete copy, there's this version, that's the 1999 Game of the Year version, but the game came out in 1998. So you might want a more original copy, or you might want the Collector's Edition. So the Collector's Edition is just more of a shiny case that you can see there, and it does say Collector's Edition on it. But the back and most of the rest is the same. But if you're getting the holographic cart with it, or the specialized gold card, the holographic carts with Majora's Mask, this is Ocarina of Time, then you definitely want to have the corresponding box. So make sure you know what you're getting, and you look it up ahead of time. On the GameCube, there's a lot of Player's Choice versions for Nintendo games, and normally Player's Choice versions don't sell for as much as the other versions. So this is Beautiful Joe, Beautiful Joe 2. I only have Beautiful Joe 1 as a Player's Choice in the Game of the Year edition. Not edition, just the Game of the Year sticker on it, but I would have rather had it as a black sticker. So if you're a collector, normally you should know that the Player's Choice versions only sell off to as the originals. And then the last thing was, on the Wii, Metroid Prime Trilogy. So I saw a few sealed copies, and I decided to buy them. I heard online that they were going out of print. I heard online, and I did some research, and I found out that yes, they were going out of print, and that they would not bring them back. This was it. So I ran out to a few Blockbusters and found a few copies and bought them for $60. And you can sell them online now for $100 because it's such a good game. So I kept this sealed and bought it, but I would have never heard about it unless it was online, kind of looking around every once in a while. So collecting tip number 4, definitely do your research before buying. I was just going on rarity price charts or just searching on Google value of video games, things like that. And definitely use eBay completed listings. I'm not suggesting that you always buy things on eBay, but if you're a member of eBay, then you can look at the completed listings. You do have to sign in to do that. If you're not signed in, you won't be able to use the option. So have a great day, guys, and talk to you another time with another collecting tip.